I'm 21 years old and I've been trading full time for over 2 years. And in this video, I'm going to tell you everything that I've learned in the last 2 years of trading full time and living out here in crazy villas in Thailand. Let's go. Now, this video is just going to be a video to motivate anybody who's interested in learning how to trade or even just making money online so that you can travel the world. I'll be telling you my story and everything I did to get to where I am now. And it's just going to be a totally raw, straight to the point video. No editing, nothing crazy like that. Just giving you my advice and my experience of a 21-year-old entrepreneur who's been able to, if you want to say, escape the matrix and start to travel and actually see really, really good results in his trading, to get to the point where I've now been living in Thailand now for over 2 years. I've been to Bali for a bit. I've been to Koh Samui, where I am now. I've been to Bangkok. I've actually got an apartment in Bangkok, which is where I live most of the year. I've been to Malaysia. I've been to loads of other places as well. And it's just been an amazing past 2 years. And it's all because of the freedom you get from trading. So the first thing, guys, that I'll get into is going to be how I got here in the first place, okay? How did I even start trading? What did I do to get to where I am now? And it all started at university. Basically, I was studying to become an accountant at the University of Sheffield. And while I was there, I realized that it was not what I wanted to do. I realized very, very quickly that studying to become an accountant would leave me honestly very depressed. I would never enjoy my career and I had to make a change. I had to find a way to make money online so that I can do what I want to do, which is travel the world. I love traveling. I love exploring new places. And that's why I had to find a way to make money. But at the start, I didn't just go straight into trading. I tried dropshipping. I tried SMMA. I tried reselling. I tried starting a printing company to sell clothes and posters online. But none of that worked. None of that actually, at least for me, found any success. And that was until I basically paid for my first mentorship to teach me how to trade. And that is when everything started to change. When I started actually investing in myself and sticking to one business model, that's when I started to see good results. And that all happened around a few months into me at university, right? A few months into me realizing that university wasn't for me. That's when I basically decided, you know what, I need to pay for a mentor to teach me how to do it. And then I started actually seeing results. A few months after that, I basically dropped out of university. Around June of 2023, I dropped out. And then I started working at a 9 to 5. The reason I did this is because I wasn't going to university anymore, but I still wanted to make money to put into my trading accounts, to buy more challenge accounts, to get funded quicker. Because at the time I was funded when I dropped out of university, but I was only funded maybe 50K. So it was never enough for me to actually see the results I wanted to see. A 50K funded account is good, but I was aiming for 500K in my first year, and that's what I was able to do. I was able to eventually become 500K funded and then move to Thailand, and that's literally the story of why I am where I am today, is because I just locked in. After university, like I said, I went to a 9 to 5 and I started just investing everything I earned from there, which at the time wasn't very much at all. It was maybe maybe 2,000, 1,500 pounds a month, right? Working 5 days a week. And it was terrible. I really hated that job. I was basically a waiter for a pizza restaurant and I hated it, to be honest, but I had to do it so that I could put the money into my challenge accounts because I wasn't at a position yet where I could drop out of university and just move to Thailand at that point. I didn't have the funded accounts yet, and that's why I had to work a 9 to 5. And then after that, that's really when my life started to change. I basically started to just see crazy results from my trading because I spent the first year of university learning, right? Then, of course, I got myself a small funded account. But then once I was able to actually start making money from my job and put it into trading because I learned the skill of trading at university, that's when I saw results really quickly. And this is really, really important. Most people, in fact, all of my friends at university, they did not understand what I was doing. They thought, why are you even at university in the first place if you're just going to waste time trading? But the thing is, I understood that university, especially your first year, you actually don't have any work to do. All you need to do is pass at the end of first year, and that's literally the only requirement, which I ended up doing. And because that's all I had to do, I spent the whole of first year basically just trading. Whereas all my other friends at university, they wasted time in the club, drinking every day, chasing girls who didn't even like them, wasting their time. Whereas me, I ended up leaving university, passing first year, and learning how to trade. And that for me was the start of everything. That for me led to me passing over 500k worth of challenge accounts after dropping out of university so that I could move to Thailand and start to really enjoy my life. So I guess that sort of leads on to the first chapter of where it all began, which is moving to Koh Samui when I was 20 years old after dropping out of university and stacking up a few 100k worth of challenge accounts. And that's honestly where my life started to change. And we'll get into that right now. Now, in case you don't know, in my opinion, Koh Samui is one of the best places in the world for young guys trying to make it out of their 9 to 5. For young guys trying to escape from the matrix. For young guys trying to change their life. Koh Samui changed my life. And the reason it did is because it gave me the motivation to keep on going with trading. It gave me the motivation and the drive to realize that this lifestyle is insane and I'm never ever going back to a 9 to 5. And it's because you can literally live like a king out here for maybe $2,000-3,000 a month. And that's what I did. Because I had those funded accounts, I was able to come to Koh Samui back in 2024 March. So about a year and a half ago, that's when I first arrived in Koh Samui. And I was able to honestly experience life to the fullest. I had one of the best bikes on the island. I had a crazy villa. I had everything that I wanted. And it's all because I was making money through trading. And after seeing that, guys, after seeing those results from trading and starting to really experience what life is about, that's when you realize that there is no going back. And that was 1.5 years ago, almost 2 years ago. And I'm still here. I'm still living in Thailand. I'm still living the dream life that I'm sure a lot of you guys want to live. And it's just because trading gives you that freedom. I came here with a dream to be able to live out here for the rest of my life, and trading has fulfilled that dream. I've never been at a point where I think I'm running out of money. I've never been at a point where I'm stressed about living here because, I mean, bro, look at it. Like, guys, it's insane. And honestly, for those of you watching this video who you might be thinking, is it possible? It is possible, bro. And I'm living proof of this because you can literally see on my TikTok. I've been doing TikToks since the first day I ever started trading. I've documented the entire journey up to this point now where I'm trading full time, and I've been trading full time for over 2 years. And your life can just change so quick. Okay? It really is the best skill in the world because anywhere in the world you can make money. Like, I think it was 2 weeks ago, I made about 12k. So 12k in a week, basically, is what I made 2 weeks ago. And it's just insane. And that's basically why I'm where I am today, is just from using funded accounts and printing money. And it honestly is as easy as that. Once you've got the skill of trading, there is endless freedom, endless possibilities. And it really will open your eyes into how crazy the world is, how much money there is in the world. And you'll start to realize very, very quickly that living in the UK, living with your mom and your dad is not the way to live. You have to find a way to get out of there. Find a way to make money online, even if it's not trading. Find a way to really start to achieve your dreams and travel the world. And once you can do that, even for 1 or 2 months, your life will change. For example, I only planned on coming out here for literally 2 months. I only really planned for 2 months. I told my mum I'm coming out here for maybe 2 or 3 months. And I didn't really think I'd stay here for that long. And it's been almost 2 years and I've never left. It's crazy. So that's basically how it all began. I came to Koh Samui a year and a half ago. And since being in Koh Samui, it was amazing. I loved it. But I ended up getting a bit bored. I felt like I completed Koh Samui because it was at a point where I was making over 10k a month. And 10k a month in Koh Samui is like you can do anything you want. I'm currently in the best villa in the island because I can. And it got to a point where there wasn't really anything else for me to do. I kind of felt like I achieved everything, and that's not what you want to feel. As much as you might think that's cool, you can just be a king and do anything you want. It's fun for a bit, but then as a man, you do start to get a bit bored. You do start to think, okay, how can I make more money and start to live in a lifestyle that's actually going to better me more. And I'm going to find it harder to live, because that's what you want. You want endless competition. You don't want to be somewhere where you're in the top 1% of the earners in the country or in the island, right? And that's what I was. So that's why I moved to Bangkok in August of 2024. So almost a year ago, I moved to Bangkok, and Bangkok changed my life as well. And obviously Bangkok's in Thailand as well, right? Is the capital of Thailand. And moving to Bangkok, the reason it changed my life so much is because it made me realize that there is so much more to achieve. Bangkok is such an amazing city. There's so many people there making insane amounts of money. And when I saw that, that's when I realized that's where I need to live to push me to the next level. So, for example, one of my friends, he's insane at trading. And when I mean insane, he's insane. In crypto, about a month ago, I remember he sent me a message out of the blue with no context, and he said, bro, I just made 500K in a day from opening a leveraged position on Solana. And he sent me the proof of this as well. And that's when I realized that I'm in the right place, because I was surrounded by people making 10, 20 times the amount of money I make. And in Koh Samui, you feel like a baller. You feel like you're really living, you've achieved life. But when you go to Bangkok, or when you go to even Dubai, that's going to be the next level for me, going to Dubai. That's when you're going to realize that making 100K a month even is small numbers. And that's sort of where I am now. I'm kind of at the point now where I need to maybe even leave Bangkok, because I always want more competition. You never want to be like comfortable with where you are. And I think that's sort of where I am now. I'm at the point where Bangkok is very cool, but the next stage for me to really get to the next level and be in the environment of killers, and I mean people making over $1 million a month, that's what I would consider being a killer, right? You might think watching this video 10K a month is insane and it's like the best thing in the world, but 10K a month is small numbers. 10K a month is 100K a year, and it's not that good. Not that it's not good, I'm not saying that, but the point I'm trying to make is you always need to be aiming higher. And I think the next stage in my life is probably to go to maybe Dubai, or maybe even stay in Bangkok more, but just keep on surrounding myself with people making loads more money than me, so that it can motivate me and push me to get to that level. Now, during this time as well, I haven't just been living in Bangkok. I've been traveling around as well. I've gone back to Koh Samui a few times. I've been in Bali for about 2 months. I was in Malaysia for a month as well. And I was just basically enjoying life. I was making money on the charts. And whenever I made a good amount of money, I would basically just book a holiday. And that's kind of why I am here right now, actually, in Koh Samui at the time I'm recording this video, because 2 weeks ago, I made over 12K in a single week from trading. And I've made a video on this. So if you don't believe me, you can literally watch the video where I show you proof of everything. And yeah, that's when I decided, you know what, let's go on another holiday. And that's the freedom of trading. That's literally like why trading is so good, because you can do anything you want. If you make money, you can do it anywhere in the world. You have total location freedom to make money anywhere in the world. And I think maybe even like South America might be the next play for me. Maybe I need to go to South America and start to conquer, Colombia, Brazil, Mexico. Some places like that could be really cool for me to go, because I've got a few trader friends who actually live in Colombia right now, and that would be crazy. So yeah, it's been an insane 2 years. And, just speaking to you guys watching this video, I would assume that you're on your journey of learning how to trade, and the best advice I can give you is just never give up. I met a friend actually 2 days ago who is in Samui right now, and he came out here about a month ago, and he's been trading. His name's Joel, and his Instagram will be maybe up on the screen somewhere here. Basically, he's been trading for, in total, about 6 years, but he spent 3 years of that seeing no results, and then he started to see results on his 4th year. And what that shows you, what that should show you, is that no matter how long it takes, if you keep going, you will eventually start to live your dream life. For some people, it might take you 1 year. For me, it took me about 1.5 years. Okay, like I said, I was at university for a year, I dropped out, and then I was at my 9 to 5 for maybe 3 or 4 more months before I had enough funded capital to then move to Thailand. But for someone like Joel, he was trading for 3 or 4 years, seeing no results, but he didn't quit. He kept on going. And that's what you need to do. That's the mentality that you have to have if you want to make it in trading. It's not as simple as just making it in the first 6 months. It's not as easy as that. I've got people who I've helped to do that, but that's an exception. If I'm being totally honest with you guys, trading will take you over a year. And that's what you need to be expecting if you are trying to make it in trading. And anyone who tells you that trading will change your life in 1 or 2 months is lying to you. So if you're going to go away from this video with anything, I would say understand that trading is a long-term game, and look at myself as an example. I was at university two, maybe 3 years ago, and I hated it. I wanted to quit every day. I honestly felt really depressed at university. University was the hardest time of my life, but I kept on going, and eventually I got to the point where I could move out to Thailand and start to live my dream life, and you can do the same. You just need to lock in. You just have to believe that you can do it, and then anything is possible. Like, guys, I wish I could show you more of this villa right now, but there'll be a villa tour out soon, so make sure to check that out. But literally, it's one of the best villas in the island. I'm so high up right now. I can see the sea over there. I can see people actually jet skiing right now on boats as well, speedboats. I can see the mountains. The weather's amazing. Like, honestly, it's just insane. And that's it. That's probably going to be the end of the video. That's my 2-year update since moving to Thailand. And all I can say, guys, is it's been an insane 2 years. Trading now for 2 years has changed my life, and yeah, it's really made me realize that there is so much money in the world. You just have to find a way to learn how to trade. And for me, that was through a mentor. I had a mentor and I learned how to trade. And that's what I recommend to you guys. So if you are looking to learn how to trade with me and actually get mentored by me to get to a point where you can start to live your dream life and travel the world, then there'll be a link below in the description. You can press on that. You can apply to work with me one-on-one. And if you're accepted, this can be your life. Thank you for watching, guys, and I'll see you on the next one. Let's go.